I'm not in class, but I am in class. I have to finish some work. But it's all the PCs and stuff. And I just be feeling like, click, clack, click. Like, let me show you. Let me show you. This is how I be in class, for real. I be in class with my mask on though. Like, let me give you the full tea. I don't even know what that shows, but literally I just be clicking. Like, I just click. All I do is click. Just literally click. But that's why I love this class so much. Anyways, I'm here by myself. Feeling like a bad bitch. No, because I'm actually pierced. I'm pierced. This is gonna be the intro for my other video, like just future video. Because I need to edit. Videos. But yeah. I guess I'll give you an update. I should be working, but it's like I'm gonna be here working anyway, so it's like doesn't even fucking matter. But I have a job. Basically that's the update. The update is I have a job and school has started, and I have piercings now. What else? I like my classes. I'm currently listening to Polysecure by Jessica Fern on Spotify. And I cooked some salmon coconut curry yesterday. It was so good. It's still so good because I have some left. Excuse me. I feel like I've been having a good balance of like social and like self time. I just wish I had more time in my loft. Like I could just dwell in my loft and like not dwell, but like just be there. And I just don't get enough time to be like fully engulfed in my space because I have to like do something every 5 seconds. But yeah, I've been doing good, you know, going to class, working out, living life. I haven't seen all my friends. Like, I don't know where Heaven is. Heaven, show face. But yeah, that's me. At this point, I'm just here to fuck around. I think it's all the Red Bulls and shit that well, no. Okay, so who's wiping red on the board? Ooh. How would you feel if I was your professor? Let me demo this shit real quick. Hi guys, so today we're gonna be learning about how to be a bad bitch. So, first things first. Name. Okay. Because I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? Nobody's here. Nobody gives a fuck. Safo-Orah. So basically, this matters first because when people ask you, you gotta know like, hey, my name is. So when niggas ask you, like, you know, what's your name? And you gotta be like, my name is. That doesn't even make sense. But, you know, if you don't get it, you don't get it. Now my fucking. I'm just trying to be entertaining, but I really do have to focus. And I'm, like, not focused at all. Like, at all. Actually, I'm focused. I'm pretty focused. Can't tell if I'm lying, you know. As you can tell, like, this is influencing my focus. But I'm in no rush, basically. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm in no rush to do anything, even though I should be out of here in a decent reasonable time. But I don't have class tomorrow. I only have work, so I can be like, I could be like dead, and it's okay because I'm not receiving any important information. I just have to sit there. But I just finished reading this thing for class about film and stuff, and it was talking about blinking and like how that works, and how we have to imitate that, or how they imitate that with cameras and like just film and stuff, how they imitate that in film. And I thought that was really interesting because I remember having a conversation with Heaven about like the eyes and how influential it is, like when you're walking past someone and like either you make eye contact or you don't, but you still register the fact that you've seen that person from afar up until the point that they're in front of you to the final point of them walking past you. So that's really interesting to learn that like there's forms of art that are actually thinking about that aspect of human being and stuff like that. So it was a really enjoyable read about that. And the author was really obsessed with like animals and bees and stuff. Well, not obsessed, but like they'd use a lot of animals for references and stuff, and I thought that was really helpful. And then I took a psych test. I think I'm a little bummed about my psych test because I studied, but I don't know, I just didn't do as well because the test was just not as I thought. And yeah, it was definitely a test. It wasn't like, oh, this is the study guide, so basically the study guide is the test. It's like, no, it's really just a guide. And so now I really have to take like reading the textbook literally like as literal as possible and like actually read it instead of being like, oh, this is on the study sheet, so I'm just gonna Google that. Like I was not reading the textbook and that fucking bit me in the ass, so I have to start reading textbooks and stuff. So I'm gonna start actually doing that. And then yeah, it took me a minute to get paid for my first paycheck, and I've ran out of using the like money I put in my check-ins from it, so I'm like just waiting to get paid again, and then I can financially distribute my money and then be like, okay, I'm alive, you know, I have funding in my account. You know. And then what else? This weekend is gonna be pretty cool, working on a project with Josh and Monet and probably Haley being there, and I'm excited. Yeah, I feel like this semester is kind of like you can do whatever you want, kind of in a way of just like none of my classes are really asking me for anything too like strenuous or like too like anything physical just yet. And so I've been enjoying that, honestly. And yeah, I've just been enjoying it. It should be nice. What else? I've been feeling like I really want to get into a relationship. But I'm just like saying that because I'm not just saying that, but also it's just really prominent because everyone's in a fucking relationship. Like, I was working today and my coworker was like, oh yeah, I was just at my boyfriend's house. I said, okay. Thank you for that little razzle dazzle of information. I really just did it. But yeah, I want like a girlfriend or something. I want like a dyke type person or something. I don't know. I'm just saying things. I was telling my sister, I'm like, I don't think I'm really into like hyper femme people. Like, I'm not really into the girly girls. That's just not my type. So yeah. What is my type, you ask? My type is just someone who gets it. Like, if you get it, get it. Like, if you get it, get it. Like, if you get it, you like get it. Like, no, but I'm just kidding. I prefer like a switch personality, someone who's like kind of more masculine but not hyper masculine. I like the like really masculine. I like the like mask femme, like the people that are like masculine but they're really soft and feminine. I like that because I feel like I want to pull at that. But then I also have enough like masculine strength energy from you that you're not just gonna be like a fucking rag doll who's just like, I like a little like what's it called, tug of wars? No, but I'm like Capricorn to the T because they were saying how like, you know, Capricorn's like even fair play, like that's a fart. Excuse me. Like fair play of like an equal playing ground. Like it's the only time where like Capricorns are like turned on is where like you treat them like a equal, like to the T. If there's like any kind of imbalance or like it just doesn't work, and that shit makes the most sense to me. So I want someone who knows how I play and plays like that. Anyways, I just started talking about relationships for no reason. No, it's because it's the season for relationship. It's like it's the season for relationship. Niggas is getting into relationship. It's cold. It's brrr. It's like, ooh, who can I lay under? And I love that for people. I would love that for me too. You know what I mean? Like, get me like. I gotta listen to Aubrey talk for a second.
3/4, I'm gonna make that 5/8, 0.625. If you haven't memorized your decimals yet, you might want to do that. 3/4, I'm gonna make that 5/8, 0.625.
I think I already did that, but we're gonna do it again just in case I didn't. .625. Yeah, I think I did.
If you haven't memorized your decimals yet, you might want to do that.
Okay.
Make a little game for yourself.
She's so smart. Right. I don't know how she did. I just love teachers, period. But like, when a teacher knows their shit, and like she'll just be throwing around numbers. I'm like, wait. The math, it just goes through her brain. Either that or she hasn't memorized, like she says.
So, got my seam allowances. Again, templates do not have seam allowance. About 95%, 99% of the time, templates, buttonholes or eyelets. Sometimes a piece requires seam allowance if you're like adding a monogram to a piece before it's sewn together, or if you're eyelets or removable buttons.
Oh yeah, I will say I was watching Reese on YouTube. They're like this black person, black dyke. I'm gonna say dyke because the last video I watched, they called himself a dyke. From New York. They're hot as fuck, but they have a girlfriend, you know. I'm just kidding. I don't really care. Not in a way of like dismissal of that, but just like, bro, like I can still say you look hot even if you have a fucking partner. Like, does your partner erase your identity? Question mark. Or adds to it. Anyways, so I've been thinking about, that's why I said dyke, because they're so fucking just handsome, even just so attractive, and I'm like, damn. But that's it.
And you have to put those eyelets in there before the facing is sewn together to the body. Anyway, sometimes they have, but about 95% of the time, 99% of the time, templates do not have seam allowance on them. All right, so I'm going to save everything.
I've been here for like an hour and I haven't gone through a 40-minute video, so
and
the math isn't mathing.
I'm going to go over and do my corners. So I like to start with, I'd like to start just rotating around the matched square corner.
Okay, I'm bored. I'm not bored.
First thing
I want to focus so bad, but I'm like, fuck.
my matching notches here.
I don't know what show these talk about no more. I want to talk about being poly. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So I said I was reading Poly Secure, which I'm reading or listening to. And I've been listening to poly content, polyamorous content since I was in high school. But it was talking about like traumas and how attachment styles and how they manifest and how what they look like and what could be the causes of them. And they brought up like how a lot of the times people talk about like parental relationships, friendships, and like romantic relationships, but sometimes people don't talk about how like sibling dynamics causes siblings dynamics interferes with, you know, the way we show up and like other interpersonal relationships. And at first I was like, whoa, it's true, we don't talk about that, we really don't. And how that's an important thing. So that was interesting when I heard that. And then what else was new that I thought was interesting? Yeah, I don't know. I just think that it's always so like affirming to continuously understand that like the way that I find people attractive and the way that I am genuinely attracted to people is allowed and there's no shame in it. And like oh yeah, she was saying how, or they were saying how, because I don't know their pronouns, they were saying how like, you know, some people are consensually non-monogamous simply for the sex and how that's okay. And I'm like, wait, did you kind of just eat me out? Because yes. And like that's a true part of, you know, that's a really true part of why I am, you know, non-monogamous, is that I want to feel like I can like play whenever I want. And then she was talking about solo poly and how that means like being more so focused on your personal relationship with self, like your relationship with yourself is your first priority. And you know how like you can how that can be like first line, instead of being like, oh, my partner is, even if you're like even if you're polyamorous, it's like some people are like, you know, well, I'm really catering to my primary partner, which is their first partner, like maybe their husband or their wife or their, you know, there's the first person that comes before the next person. And then they were talking about like hierarchies and stuff, but I haven't listened to the whole thing. But yeah, and I feel like a part of me is solo poly to a degree. But I feel like even that can get a little like boring, like in the sense of like, yeah, you know. But I feel like once I'm self-regulated, I'm like, yeah, okay, cool, this is good. You know, now I feel comfortable in understanding how I can navigate, you know, the relationships that I do have. And yeah, I feel like, yeah, like just welcoming, I feel like I'm in the stage of just welcoming like all the new feelings and like thoughts and like the curiosity to like go back into things that I'm really interested in. Like I've been reading this mythology book, and it's just giving me like a rundown of like all the Greek gods and like, you know, earth and fucking, I think it's earth and heaven, and how they made, you know, the gods, and it was the Titans, and then, you know, and then the humans, and all these things. I'm just learning in all these ways, and I think it's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm just kind of like, now I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm just thinking, because I can do that, you know, in this space. Yeah, and like there's like 2 moons coming up, and I've been trying to sit and like write shit out to like manifest and like do that, but for some reason that doesn't feel as natural to me. Like what feels natural right now is to just sit and like enjoy a thought that comes in that like brings up pleasurable stimuli, and like just feel that and like look at the possibilities. And I've been really loving that word. Like I think I woke up the other day and I was like, my affirmation for the day is that I am possible. And I just felt so good saying that, because I had just came back from rehearsal with Josh, Bonet, and Kiriko something, I forget how you say their name. I'm like bad at like I'm good at difficult names, but I just didn't hear it enough to remember. But I'm not that good at remembering people's names, so it's like there's also that. But anyways, he was saying something about Kiriko. We're just gonna call him K. He was saying something about possibilities and like giving space and like stimuli, and like if you feel like, you know, even if you feel a stimuli from someone being sent to you, you don't always have to quickly respond to it. You can like feel it and let it pass through you, and then like flow with that and then go. And I just learned so much from that little session, and I've just been, my brain has been integrating it into like my body and like my train of thoughts and things like that, and that's been really nice as a byproduct of that like rehearsal. But yeah, I don't know, I've just been thinking, but not really thinking too hard, or not thinking about anything that would make me feel like I'm overthinking. Just genuinely just thinking, lost in thought and stuff. And then yeah. Anyways, I think this is gonna be a solo video, as in like this is just gonna be the video. Like I always want to do stuff like that, but then I'm like, I have to add something. So also, speaking of Reese, they said, oh, is you gonna watch it or is you not gonna watch it? Like, because they were talking about how, I had just watched their video today, that's why. But they were talking about how they had watched this person go get a burger, literally get in their car, get the burger, go back to their crib and just chill and just eat the burger. And how like they still watched it because it was just that. And yeah, so it's literally, is you gonna watch this or not? And like I was having a conversation with my coworker, and they were saying how like, yeah, I just kind of just want a shit ton of followers. I'm like, you know what? Yes, that's the truth of it all. Like literally, just to know that your shit is being received is really what it's, I don't know, I guess about. But I don't know, I really like this shirt. Okay, OOTD. Then I'm gonna go and focus. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? Okay. And then I got my Converse. I want to get like these thigh-high Converses, but I want them platformed. And until I find that, and then I want to get, okay, I can't tell you what else I want to get, because then y'all bitches want to get that and you can't. You just can't, like, but yeah. Anyways, please like, comment, and subscribe, because I feel like I have to say that for the algorithm to know that like this is a real thing. Like, comment, and subscribe. Comment no comment if you have no comment. Comment that. Comment no comment. Comment no comment. Comment enough said. Comment period. Just the period. Just the dot. Comment. Just put a comment. Like, just like the video or something. Just do something. Like just do something. Like, fuck. Niggas gotta beg you now. I'm just like, but yeah, this is me in class. Bye bye.